What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy B.I.G. back with another video, man. My fault I ain't been putting them up, man. You know, life, whatever. Update on the knee, man. The knee feeling better, man. I ain't hooped since, but it's like I'm gonna try to go Monday. I'm gonna give y'all an update on that. Like, I'm scared to get out there. I'm scared it's like gonna get injured again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm thinking about going out there trying it, and then if I feel any pain at all, I'm just gonna cease. But like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to get out there and just jump on it. That's what I'm scared to do, the heavy jumping and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't dunking, but I could still grab the rim type stuff. You know what I mean? So I was getting up there in my, whatever. So yeah, man, this segment is gonna be called B.I.G. Tell Some Stories, man. Shout out to Shamari. If you know, you know, man. So I'm just gonna give a real quick story while I'm waiting on my Chinese food. My personal, some of the hardships that I went through when I was in the military. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, Mr. As Long As We Tracking. I've been watching his stuff, man, and when I see some of the hardships he went through, you know what I'm saying, I can really relate. Probably not as bad as what he went through, but kind of similar in my opinion as far as the leadership roles in the military. I don't know about other branches. All I can tell you about is the Marine Corps. So, real quick. Served from 1995 to 1999, honorable discharge. But I was a 4-year Lance Corporal. No NJPs, no UAs, nothing. So we got there. We got to a unit and it was like 25 privates. I can't think of all who was in our group. It was a lot of us. And some went to guns platoon and some went to I was in artillery, by the way, 0811. I'm not gonna say the unit on here, because if you know, you know. Some will see this eventually and be like, oh yeah, you know. Because I think I'm gonna put it on Facebook and be like, go to my page, this, and this. So if they see it, they don't. But I'm gonna tell some specific people to look for this so they can know. And if they decide to pass it on, and somebody sees it who don't agree with it, that's on them. Anyway, so we get there. We're shooting a 115 howitzer. Just came from Oklahoma. As our little school or whatever. Now we're in Camp Lejeune. So it was geeked. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, we're still in old school Marine Corps mode, where we don't do paper. If you can't follow orders, we'll take you back to the tree line and fuck you up and all this and all that. I never seen any of that happen, because the squad that I roll with, we wasn't having it. You know what I mean? A lot of us wasn't going for some of those old school Marine Corps ways. You know, we understood this ain't kindergarten. You're a man now. You fuck up, take it like a man and move on. We understood that. But it's just certain lines we didn't cross. One of my lines were, you're not going to call me out my name, because my shirt says Marine just like yours does. And you're going to respect that, if not anything else, and you're going to call me by my name and rank. I had to pull some devil dogs to the side and tell them that. Corporals, to be exact. And after that, I didn't have any problems with that particular thing. But there was a lot of instances that I saw myself in trouble, where sometimes there'll be other Marines going through the same thing, on the same type of thing and they wouldn't get in trouble. So it's like, that's not fair. One instance that I can remember of, I had some microwave chicken wings. Ate them, then went to bed. I got real sick. Now there was another devil dog who was actually in my section and was claiming he was sick. Some kind of way, he was given bed rest. I was made to go to the field, and nobody said nothing about it. Like, if he's not going, why is he going? Either we should have both been on bed rest, or we should have both been out in the field. Point blank, period. So I had an instance where I was made to stand at attention because I told some Marines, don't talk to me like that. Because they told me, oh, you need to step it up. Step it up. Don't nobody step it up more than me in the field. I can see if it's this or that and the other thing, but I give 100% when I'm PTing and when I'm in the field and I'm sick. I got a fever. You see me sweating, you can touch my head, and you're going to tell me I need to step it up? Don't talk to me like that. And so they got offended. You know what I'm saying? When you tell somebody to give you immediate respect, they get offended, like you're challenging their rank or something. So we off the 5-ton, and I'm standing at attention because I done basically told them what for. So that was one instance. I had instances on ship where I felt like I was being discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel comfortable talking to nobody on my section. And this is all old stuff. Like, I don't care no more, but I'm just letting you know, just trying to vent and getting off my chest. It's my channel, so I can talk about what I'm talking about. This is my experience. I'm not an idiot. All right, I'm a very intelligent person. It don't take me 2 hours to clean an M16A2 service rifle. We were literally on the deck cleaning them. We were supposed to be having quality time with each other, unity time with our section, which I didn't want to talk to nobody at that point. And it got that bad that quick, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there literally focusing on cleaning this rifle because I'm not part of the conversation. So we got done. The corporal, who was new to the unit, told me, hey, I want you to come, go clean your rifle some more and show me before you go to chow. And I'm thinking, man, if I don't get in line and go to chow, either I'm going to get the leftover food, which I'm probably not going to want to eat, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair. So I put my shit up and I got in line. So he saw me in line, didn't like that. So he had me doing some extracurricular chores. So another Marine who had been on my section, who was begging us, probably don't remember, if you got something to talk about, man, come to us. It's a chain of command. Come to me. Talk to me. So I did. I said, hey. This is before he got promoted to sergeant. I said, hey, I think so-and-so has got some, you know what I'm saying? I think he's being racist towards me. That's what I feel like. Because he's making me do these certain things, you know what I'm saying? I had another black corporal on my section, and he was on my ass too, but eventually me and him got an understanding, and we got way better because he was like, basically like, I'm on your ass because I want you to be better. And in the end, I appreciated that. So this particular other guy, he was just, you know what I'm saying, on me. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. You're going to volunteer for this working party, you understand? Working parties end up being cake, and I end up getting off early, but you thinking you're punishing me by putting me on working parties. Like he did me so bad, the other Marines around me didn't like the way he was doing me. It was like, man, what is he on with you? I don't know. But that's how the Marine Corps is back then. There's really nothing you could do about it. So I know who keyed his car before we all basically got out. I know who keyed his car. You know what I'm saying? It was like, don't worry about it, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But, and that's not necessarily right, but, you know, you get from the universe what you put out. So, had problems with him. And when I told the other corporal, he was basically like, man, go ahead and go kick it with your friends. So I'm like, bet, maybe I can talk to him. Not knowing that I was, whatever I was doing, changing clothes, changing shoes, I heard them walking above me. We're on ship now. I heard them walking above me talking, telling him, man, don't deal with that. And the next time, just write them up. Next time, just write them up. I heard him say that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he doesn't know to this day that I heard him say that. He probably don't even know I'm talking about him. But, you know, just a lot of bogus, man. But the main problem I had was seeing Marines get in trouble. I'm talking actual NJP. Get busted down in rank. And then they get promoted back. And I'm still just Lance Corporal in it. Nothing. So the only advantage that I had was I had people who looked out for me. So much that a lot of times they looked out so much, they don't know that when their plug told them something, then they told me, and then I told my guys. Take that how you will. So I was cool with all the dudes in administration. They were like, "Ghoul, you know your warrant came in, man." I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm not even thinking about it at this point until they said, "Yeah, it's been up there for like a month or months, a month or two." Boom. I go to First Sergeant. The only person's name I'm not going to leave out of this is First Sergeant Wolf, because there could be 1,000 of those. If you know, if we're from my unit, then you know who I'm talking about. Went to his office. Hey, I just want to know, you know, why haven't I getting promoted? You know, they said my warrant, my time and grade is up. And he just went frantic on me like, because you're not getting it, because you're always getting in trouble. Why are you getting so emotional? I'm just asking you a question. Why did you go from 0 to 10? If you said that's what it was, that's what it was. Now, me now, if I had the mind I had now, I would have took it to a higher authority. But I'm like, all right, it's whatever. I just had it made up in my mind at that point, I'm going home. I'm not staying. But for you to get that emotional over me asking you a question, it made me feel suspicious of you, First Sergeant Wolf. God knows only where you at now. But I just felt really wrong. You're telling me because I stay in trouble, but you're forgetting I've been in this unit longer than you. So I've seen Marines get busted down in this unit and then get promoted. I know even one even went up to sergeant, and I'm still a Lance Corporal. No NJPs, no nothing. Terrible. Then, on top of that, I had another staff sergeant who wasn't even in my unit. He was like in headquarters or something. And I got all these corporals around me who's been promoted that are my friends. And I looked up the definition of fraternization today. And it mainly had to do with the inappropriate relationship of officers and enlisted and dating. And it said something about business relationships. It didn't say shit about a corporal and a lance corporal walking to the chow hall. But every time he saw me and somebody else, "Oh, you still hanging around with them lance corporals?" And it's like, dude, if you don't know the definition of fraternization, then you really don't need to be a staff sergeant. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just really got him. Really, this is the environment that I'm in. Like, I'm standing in front of the captain for an incident that had to deal with the alcohol incident. And for y'all to see that remember. And I'm telling my story in front of the captain, and I'm like, "Cap, if anything anybody knows about me, it's since I've been in this unit. I don't lie. I don't have a reason to. I've never been MJP. I've never been on any kind of paperwork. And that's just that fact." He goes off telling the captain, like, speaking his part, like, oh, he wants to make himself seem like he's, so trustworthy and all of this, but he's steady, fraternizing. I told him one day, "Staff Sergeant, all due respect, your definition of fraternization is wrong. But you can't tell anybody anything because that's not how that world works," especially back then. So when I saw the dude, as long as we tracking, and heard about what he was going through, and his situation was around the 2000s, I'm like, that still goes on? I should have known better than it does still goes on. But in his particular situation, because of the harassment, a young lady lost her life, according to his story. But I just had a really bad experience, man. And then I think it's the series. They call him he was like the series commander, the battalion commander, whatever. Big muscular brother. I forgot what rank it was. It's so long ago. But you go to him when you do your exit interview, right? And he was trying to tell me, "Hey, we'd like you to stay. You're a good Marine. You got a good reputation. Obviously, we promote you." And him being at such a high rank didn't understand that he was part of the problem. I don't know if he talked to somebody prior to talking to me, but he was part of the problem. Because you want me to re-enlist for 2 or 4 years or whatever. Your question should have been, why are you a 4-year Lance Corporal? That should have been your question. Instead of saying, obviously, we promote you. Really? Because see, the me now, who's 40 and they got the knowledge and the wisdom, would have been like, a better incentives, master gun or whatever he was, would be for me to get promoted now, before my feet leave Camp Lejeune. That would give me incentive that my unit has some kind of faith in me. Because as of now, they haven't showed any faith in me, letting my time in grade go this long and still being a Lance Corporal. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have been like. Okay, this guy's getting out. Why are you still a Lance Corporal? You know what I'm saying? But people don't think like that. You're not thinking of me if that question doesn't run through your mind. So I said, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. So when you got Marines is all on social media saying about the bad experience that they had in our armed services and in the Marine Corps, I can understand. I had 2 Marines that came to our unit who had swastikas all up and down his arm. And said, "What's up with the tattoos, man?" "Oh, I was a non-racist skinhead." Fuck. So you just gonna tell us anything? Well, I guess you have to. And the thing about it was, because he had the tattoos, he knew there was eyes on him. He was the most calm, and like, I never heard an ill word out of him. But his buddy that he walked around with was a barker. But he didn't have any tattoos, though. So, that's the kind of stuff. We had another Marine that came to our unit, and they just, he's going to get you guys in line. Barking at Marines. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's the armed service, so we know some of that comes with it. But he was with the same shits. If you got any problems, come talk to me. We don't want to talk to you. But then we decided, we say, yeah, we're gonna try to get him squared away. So of course they sent me, the nice guy, the mild-mannered Bruce Banner of the group. I said, man, a couple of guys want to parlay with you before you leave. This is the same one who got in trouble for barking with the sergeant for the police call. We said, hey, man, we understand, you motivated, you done turned your career around, and they're holding you in high regard. But at the end of the day, you are nothing more to them than a guard dog. A guard dog is what you are. The minute you messed up, they're going to nail you to the wall. He didn't want to believe us. And that's what happened on that police call. The sergeant said he felt threatened. Next thing you know, he was standing in the office. I don't know, man. But, shout out to all the Marines out there who served, and shout out to everybody else. Let me make my opinion real quick as I end this on the Kaepernick situation. For all you people who like to say, well, it was disrespectful to the members of the armed service. First of all, how can you have an opinion if you never served? Yeah, your daddy might have served. Your mama, your brother, your sister, everybody else. But if you didn't serve, how can you have an opinion on what's respectful and disrespectful to the flag if you never served? Second of all, if you ask most servicemen, they'll tell you, I fought, I put my life on the line. I signed my name on the dotted line so that young man can have the freedom to protest, the freedom of expression, the freedom of whatever. I did that so that young man can have those rights. That's what most veterans will tell you. But the media will ignore what the veterans will tell you and say it's disrespectful to the... Before you say anything else, did you serve? But yeah, that, other than the travel and the experience and the being in shape, yeah, my Marine Corps career wasn't all that good. You know what I'm saying? I felt like there were, and a lot, some of it was on me. I was a kid, I was immature, but right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? On anybody's part who I felt like failed me at that particular time, And I just felt like, had I known how to, or had the will to run it up the chain, I would have ran it up the chain. I heard all kind of stuff, man. People were smiling in my face. I had people tell me later on, oh, it's because of so-and-so that you didn't get to go over to the other unit. All kind of stuff I heard. People just getting promoted. Now you know what I'm saying? You stepping to me about silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say their names, but I had 2 corporals almost getting to a physical altercation one time. You know what I'm saying? Because one was for me and one was against me. But the one that was against me, you weren't here to do what you were supposed to do, and you wanted me to wait on you. You know what I'm saying? I had the other one, the one that was on me all the time, who car got scratched. Told me come to my room at this certain time. Okay, I come to the room. He's in another building. You gave me the wrong room number or the wrong building or something. Why didn't you come look for me? Who are you talking to? You know, so I had a lot of bad experiences, man. You can call it what you want. If you know me and you see this video, you can call it what you want from your perspective. Because anything in any of those instances that was my fault, I have no problem owning up to that. And like I said, that was God knows how many years ago, so I don't care. But the thing I love about social media, you can use it for a good if need be. And you can out the evils that's in the world. And some of the evils are that some people in the military use their power in a non-righteous way. That's just how it is. It should be about the whole time training so we could, save each other's life and hold each other to a higher standard. But if you got cliques and you're doing stuff like, not promoting, you know what I'm saying? And not giving me the information to say, hey, we're not going to promote you. But if you feel like you're being wronged, this how you can go about it. No, they just not promote you and then don't say shit to you. Make sure your information in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They don't give you no any extra information to fight back. Why would they? So that's all I got, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real ones. It'll get greater later. Shout out to everybody that's serving, have served, and will serve. It's your boy B.I.G. Shout out to GIB.